Hello and welcome to this build video. If the fan noise is too loud, too bad, I'm too lazy to fix it. Here we have the board for our packet smuggler, which may resemble something that you have seen before. I'm going to flip it over. So I have here my components, 220 picofarad ceramic capacitors. I've got two of those for the two locations, C1 and C2. And I've got 4 Amphenol RJ45 jacks. So this is a pretty simple project. We're just going to go ahead and insert. Now the little legs on these things are rather tiny, so rather than pre-tinning all of those, I'm going to go ahead and get it inserted into the board first. It can be a little bit of a tight fit because these plastic feet actually clip in and will hold it into place, so that's actually handy, right? So, they should only fit in one way. So we've got 4 RJ45 jacks. Like so. Okay, those are all in there. And then I'm going to stick now the capacitors I had on hand are much wider than the holes here. This whole design is thanks to the Packet Smuggler land tap and from Great Scott Gadgets. So you can find out his information and where this project comes from. All I did was swap out the shape of the board, really. So you can also, if you don't want to do a soldering project yourself, you can buy a professional product from him. So that's kind of neat. So I'm just going to squeeze these legs together here and get those capacitors in there. And as long as get the legs through and soldered, it won't matter that my components are the wrong size. Okay, I'm going to straighten this guy up just a little bit. Alright, now, if I turn this over, those might want to fall out if I don't bend the legs. So I'm just going to bend the legs on the other side just a little bit while I'm putting them in at the depth that I want. That will help hold those capacitors in place. So I'm going to turn it upside down. They don't fall out any further than I want them to be. Okay? I'm going to fire up my handy dandy soldering iron. And I've got a little piece of leftover solder from a former kit build workshop. So I'm going to get to work soldering anything that has a pin coming out through it. Okay? So we're at temp, we're at temp. So I'm starting with the capacitors, but there's no particular order. Just be careful not to touch the plastic piece with the hot stuff, or you'll melt it. I often count as I'm in my head as I'm doing this, and then I exhale to blow the smoke towards the fan. I find about how many seconds it takes to liquefy, and then I count that many seconds. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And currently I'm set at 360 degrees Celsius, just a little on the high end. Sometimes I solder at the default of 320 on this pencil, but sometimes I'm ready to work a little faster on smaller components. Alright, I gotta get some solder. I'll be right back with you. Alright, got my handy dandy travel roll here. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now all I gotta do is clip off my excess legs on these capacitors. Should wear safety glasses because those things can really shoot. I just put my hand over it and it can't hit me in the eyeballs because I'm in a hurry. There we go. And that is your packet smuggler. So how do you use it? Well, you can see these two ports have bidirectional arrows. So you put these two where the docking rings are on the spaceship. This is where your Ethernet traffic is flowing to and from the device that you're trying to troubleshoot. And then these two, with the capacitors, they only have one-way arrows, as you can see. They siphon off the traffic, and you can do a packet capture on this port on either side and see the packets that are traveling. So, hope you enjoyed this build.